set that down. Okay. Now you heard I'm going away this week and I'm going to get in an airplane. And, you know, airplanes are very interesting because...
Mommy went in the airport getting our dog.
Oh, she went to go get your dog?
She just got here.
Cool.
She got back last night, and we were playing with the dog this morning.
Very nice. She flew away just to get a few days break and bring you a dog to play with.
Yes. Yes.
And she was really hungry.
The doggy was hungry?
No,
The mama?
my
Mommy was hungry. They don't have good food on the East Coast, do they?
But the man had some food.
There we go. Well, what's interesting is when you get in a plane flies. It goes up in the air. And, you know, I know that planes fly. They fly over my house every day. But I'm still surprised. That they fly. Because the way they fly is really interesting. And I'm going to give you all a piece of paper. Some of you are going to get colored paper, and others are going to... Here we go. That'll match your shirt.
Yeah, that's not my shirt, but it has black stripes.
There you go, sir.
Come on. Don't be shy back. No fuss.
I haven't bit any child today.
Make sure Natalie's brother gets one too.
You want blue? Here you go. Give me your leg. Thank you, sir. There we go.
One.
It matches my shirt, you know that?
I do. It does. It kind of does, yeah. Very neat. Okay. Now, the reason I gave you this piece of paper is because if paper doesn't go very far if you just throw it yourself. That's about as far as you can throw a piece of paper, isn't it? If you just try to get it to go someplace, it doesn't go very well. And what's interesting is you can make paper fly further. Have any of you ever made a paper airplane?
I made it.
There we go. Let's make one together, okay? Okay, the way to make a paper airplane first is to fold the piece of paper. I'll make one for you.
I know that already.
Fold the piece of paper lengthwise. Okay. Now if you fold it in half like this, it still doesn't fly very well. And then you can find the middle by folding it like this. Now what's interesting is in our life, we go all sorts of directions, we go all sorts of ways. And this paper can only fly further if we kind of force it into ways it doesn't want to go. And so when we put, very good. When we fold paper, the paper, we have to crease it really hard to get it to work. Sometimes when we learn something, it's really hard. We have to learn, but it changes us forever. What happens when we go to school is we learn to read, and it's really hard to learn to read. But once we learn, we know forever.
And then I know how to make it.
And then to make your plane go really fast, you fold it, if you take it like this, and you fold it in again.
I know how to make it.
Now don't throw until we say to, okay?
All right, everybody, ground your airplanes.
Everybody ground your airplane for a minute, that's right. Flight crew haven't checked them out yet. Now, very good.
Let me give you a classic. The ones I make are super easy to mess up.
So now I didn't tell Miss Grace today that part of her job in running the sound system was that she was going to be a target. So now if you fold your plane, see you can get a really neat plane. It looks like that.
Here.
You want that thing? Okay, let me help you here. Okay. Now see, how I make a plane is I fold it in half first, because that way I can find the center very easily.
That's what happens when
I used to make these all the time when I was young, and I don't know why I don't anymore.
This airplane is wait.
There we go. Now, the reason a plane flies is they look finally at birds and saw how birds fly, and their wings are a little different. And so,
Hey, round your airplanes, boys.
okay. So now, the piece of paper you had which wouldn't fly very far, we're going to throw out Miss Grace back here. Does anybody think they can reach Miss Grace with their plane? Joey's going to try really hard because that's his teacher. No, only one shot. For the rest, go afterwards, okay? There you go, honey. You can try, stand up and try to hit Miss Grace back there.
Very
Pretty good.
You want to try, Eddie? Lucas?
Go ahead.
Go ahead,
Anyway, this one.
Ooh, good job, Good job.
Here you go. Okay. Well, bring your planes back, and you want to try? Okay, go for it.
Go for it.
Okay. Well, you already went once. What do you mean you're gonna try? What do you mean you're gonna try? Okay. The other one wasn't a try, you're telling me? Not really, okay. Is that really the truth? Or now you're telling the pastor in church in front of you? You're telling me the truth? I don't think so. There we go. You can throw it afterwards outside, okay? And see how far you can go.
Thank you, boys. Both sit down.
There we go.
Yourself together. Find a
Okay.
soft spot. Sit
There
down.
you go. Well, you can try it.
Good. That was good.
Well, wind wouldn't help it actually, okay? Because the wind, what makes a plane fly is the wind going over. Did you throw your plane? Can I throw your plane? No, okay. There we go. Cool, yours came right back. Yours is a return model. That's neat. Okay, so now why I did this is because what happens when we fold, sometimes in our lives we have to make changes, just like the paper had to change to be able to fly. And sometimes those changes are easy, sometimes they're a little more difficult, but they help us get further in life. And so as you go to school, learn, because that helps you change and helps you go further. As you come to church, we learn, and that helps us change and change our hearts, and we get to go further in God's kingdom. Yes? You can tweet that all yours. There we go. So let's fold our hands and we're going to say a prayer together, okay? Put your hands together. Okay, repeat after me. Dear Jesus.
Dear Jesus.
Thank you.
Thank you
for the changes
for the changes
you have caused
you have caused
in our lives,
in our lives.
and thank you
And thank you
for taking us
for taking us
all the way to heaven.
all the way to heaven.
God bless
God bless
Mom and Dad,
Mom and Dad,
brothers and sisters,
brothers and sisters,
aunts and uncles,
aunts and uncles,
grandmas and grandpas,
grandmas and grandpas,
and all the people of the world.
and all the people of the world.
Amen.
Amen.
Okay, you guys can head back home. There's some bulletins over on that seat over there.
Can we please try it?
Not until after church.
Hi.
Here comes it.
What?